loves, it's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with a very late review of Marriage Boot Camp. This past weekend, my sister went to prom, so I was overseeing and helping my mom with all the preparations and everything. The prom turned out amazing. We're now about to get ready to prepare for her graduation. She's graduating class of 2022. I'm so proud of her. So this review is late, as long as Marriage Huntsville is late. Put a Ring on It is late, and I have to get my notes in for Kenny the Gang, so bear with me, y'all, okay? So I'm gonna breeze by this because even though this was good, it wasn't a lot. So we're back where we left off, which was with A1 and Lyrica arguing because A1 cannot, will not, won't accept full responsibility of what he's done in his marriage. Was stepped out on Lyrica time and time again, have begged her to come back, begged her to stay, begged her to forgive him. She's done it time and time again. He gets into a space where he's not getting what he wants. He's not feeling wanted. He's not feeling the attention. He goes out and do what he wants to do. Like, he's pacing back and forth, acting like he wants to leave when he's not going anywhere because he wants this check, right? They're going back and forth with you're lying. The doctor trying to get some control in the room. And if she was ready to be done, y'all wouldn't be here. If she's like, fine, leave, I'm going to be with you anyway, then y'all pack up and go. Y'all wasting the camera's time, you're wasting my time, then get up and go. But she's still here because she wants to fix it, meaning she still wants camera time, meaning she wants to check as well. So y'all not going to fix this in a day. It's only been one day. Y'all got 9 days left to get this started, to get this fixed, to get this working or not working. You have a lot of things to work on, and you have a little boy to take care of. You want to be able to look that boy in the eye and say, Mommy and Daddy did everything that we could to try to be together, but we can't. But we will work on being the great parents. So it's a lot more work to get done, so why don't y'all just take a rest and we'll figure it out tomorrow. Lyrica feels like A1 runs some things to avoid what he does, and she brings it up a lot so he can see his faults, but he's never going to change. So day 2, resentment. The next morning, everybody's waking up. I see complaining from Mariah Lynn and Rich about their room accommodations because their room is small and Lyrica and A1 get the big room. And the thing about it is, how can A1 get a room like that when all he does is run over Lyrica and he gives her trouble? But they're also mad about they have to entertain other people when for real, they don't want to entertain nobody. They don't want to talk to nobody. They say we don't do shit like this, so what the fuck are we doing? I just feel like this. Y'all are in no position to complain about the rooms. At the end of the day, you're in a big-ass mansion that you're not paying for. You're getting food fed that you're not paying for. You're getting drinks accommodated to you that you're not paying for. At the end of the day, you need to be thankful that this form of reality show that pays a lot asked y'all to come, or y'all got selected to come. So you mad about the 400 square foot room, please. It's probably not even square foot. It's probably a good 600, but it's just y'all two. What the hell do you need a big ass room for? For what? Talking about I can't even move around in this bathroom and da-da-da. Miss me with that. This is not a vacation. This is not a resort. This is about you getting y'all relationship or lack thereof, non-existing relationship at that. So y'all gonna have to miss me with complaining about this shit. Good night and goodbye. So we see K. Michelle and Caston. They're in the room. K. Michelle wants to go downstairs to get something to eat, but Caston doesn't want to go. He'd rather just figure this out. He wants to get this over with and done. And he feels like the whole Hollywood setup, he doesn't know how to participate. And when he got into the house, he held back because there are some things about his life he doesn't automatically open up about. The talent producer is obviously watching from the videos, looking at them like, y'all know y'all can leave the room, right? Y'all not confined to stay in this room. Y'all can't roam around. Y'all can't move. Y'all can't talk to other people. But K. Michelle is still hurt that she doesn't get an explanation as to why Caston doesn't want her to be the mother of his kids. And I want to know why. You can't tell me why. Because K. Michelle, he doesn't think you really want them. Y'all went through the whole process of getting IVF. You came in with three boy embryos, and you didn't want it. You still want these girls. Now, I'm not mad at you for trying to multiply, but I feel like every time you are begging this man to let you have his kids, I feel like, are you overlooking that you are already a mother? Are you overlooking that you have a son that's still growing up? Granted, he's 18, but he still got growing up to do. You still got some things to teach him. Are you pushing him off to the side because that part of your life is done? This new life that you have is worth all your attention to? Because I don't like that. I don't like how you want to separate the fact that you are already a mother and you're begging for this man to let you have his kids, but you don't even trust this, not even trust, you don't even value this man. You talk down to him. You constantly bring up what you used to date and how much money they had, and you feel like, who is this? But this is what you wanted. Everybody come downstairs. Gangsta Boo and K Michelle have a conversation about Gangsta Boo's and Emma's relationship, right? So they talk shit to one another. They go back and forth. Her family likes him. They adore him, but his family don't. The reason why is because there's no boundaries put in place. There was a time when they were out on a date. His phone was ringing off the hook. It was his kids calling, and she wishes that he would take the reins and take charge and say, listen, I'm on a date with my girl right now. I'll give y'all a call back. So she would like to be a priority. And there's more to come with that. He also vents to his family and his mother of the arguments that they've had. And before she can even explain herself, explain her side, they're not going to give her the benefit to do so because they're already heard from his side, and that's all they need to know because that's their father, that's her son. She's going to believe her son is not going to do nothing wrong in the relationship as well. But we know this relationship is 50-50. We do, they both play a part in this, but not even going to give her no support, no understanding, none of that. So Judge Lynn and Dr. Ish talks about resentment, which is the challenge for the day. It might be a lot because this group has a lot of resentment, especially Lyrica and A1. There's unresolved feelings about how he has cheated on her over and over again. And then they go outside to go through their first challenge, which is a rap battle. Of the rap battle, they have to list the key points in the relationship that they want to wish to change, to fix, to move forward. So Gangsta Boo and Emmett, they did great. The respect is put some respect on my name and setting boundaries when it comes to your mom and your kids. I'm in a relationship with you, but I feel like at times you don't defend me when it comes to your family. And the resentment from him is constant fighting. They constantly fight about everything, and then they fight over the littlest things, the smallest things, the silliest things. But they both love each other, but they always tend to argue. They bend to butt heads. K Michelle and Caston. Caston did really well. Of course, K Michelle is a writer. She nailed it, of course. K Michelle brings up the fairy tale. The effort that he did not keep up with her fairy tale with the white picket fence, the kids, the rings. And I'm not going to stop complaining about the shit that you don't do, that you haven't did, that I've asked for you, that I wanted you to do. Then, of course, she talks about how, she's not a side chick. She wants the prize. If you're not, I can go ahead and ride, something like that. For him, he talks about being interrogated like the feds, and for what you've done, for what you've been through, you need to understand all men ain't wrong. So he resents her for the style of communication because she talks down to him. She talks at him. She doesn't communicate well. For her, she's mad at him for not keeping up with her dream of wanting the kids, the house, the family, a whole 9 yards. You're going to have to mention with these kids, K. Michelle, because, again, girl, are you going to stop your life? Because having kids puts you at a pause. You're not going to be able to do the things that you want to do until your kids come up of age where they are in school. Can you really break off maybe 5 years out of your life of being a mom? Can you do that? Because I feel like you have done all that you can to make sure your dream came true. You've left your kid behind to make sure your dreams came true. Are you really in the space in mind? You're going to do the same thing. You're going to not sacrifice being a mom to be a star with the kids you want. That's all I want to know. And Rich and Mariah Lynn did great in his rap, talking about trust and how I can't get over what you've done to me. For him, lying is his biggest issue. For her is, you are a grade A creep. You have made me look like a fool multiple times. I hope you don't die alone. And the resentment of not making me a priority. Put as much effort of your time as much as my time. Now, for lying to him, it's basically what? What has she lied to you about? And that what made you want to put a hold or, not an ultimatum, but it's something. Not even a hold, but you pretty much, avoid moving forward in any relationships. So K Michelle said, you mad that she might have lied to you about certain things, but if you're not going to claim me publicly, if you're going to be exclusive, you're not going to be exclusive with me, it doesn't matter what I tell you. You're going to believe me when I say the sky is green when I know it's blue, because you don't give a fuck. However the situation may be, unless you want me to, unless you're going to put me in a place of being your woman, then I don't need to say nothing, owe nothing to you. I'm not about to place my life on hold because you're not ready. But that's what Marilyn is doing, because she's waiting. And she's putting her life on hold for a man who doesn't want to claim her. He enjoys fucking her, but doesn't want to claim her. A1 and Lyrica, they both did great. She feels like same conversations over and over again, same situations, and of course all is forgiven. But A1, we're best friends. I love you. We got a son to raise. And it was sweet. Everybody was like, "Aw," but for her, it's like, okay, this is one of his habits. This is one of his traits. He breaks down, admits all the wrong he's done. I take him back. It's a space and time where he doesn't keep up with the actions that he said, and I get my heart broken again. So they break for lunch because the doctor have a dinner coming later, and it's on him, so dress up nice. So they're about to break for lunch and just chill for the rest of the day. So they talk about the challenge. Mariah Lynn said she actually heard Rich express himself and listen, because trust is definitely an issue, because they don't trust each other at all. You give bullshit, she's gonna give bullshit back. You do shit to me, don't ever expect to trust me if you wrong me, right? K. Michelle and Caston have raced back upstairs to be in their rooms because they're tired. But the doctor feels like this is only part of the experience that you had to get through. In order for you to get through your relationship struggles, your issues, you got to engage with other people. Talk about it with the other couples. There might be something in common you have with them that can give you more clarity of what you need to work on. Because they can't always depend on the challenge to break them out of character, to break them out their comfort zone. Y'all got to do it for yourselves. And we're not going to get anything accomplished if you only want to participate for the challenges that we have set up for you, but you don't want to do the work on your own without me having to tell you to do the challenge. That's with engaging with the other cast members. Lyrica talks about she wasn't expecting for A1 to talk about how the love he has for her, about their son. But at the same point in time, she can't get over how she's been embarrassed in front of people. You know, as much as you want to say you love me in private, show that same respect when I'm out, so I won't look dumb when I'm hearing that my man has cheated on me again. A1 feels like all Lyrica cares about is how she's being viewed, and they're not listening to each other. So she understands that he made a sweet gesture, but she wants him to actually say, we're going to figure it out. We're going to work on being better. But he's not talking. She's not talking. It's an awkward situation. They are avoiding having conversation with one another. A1's in the kitchen. Lyrica go outside. So he feels like, you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't need to be fixed, then I will move on. So the doctor comes to the conclusion that the trust has been broken so many times. He needs to be consistent and behaving better. And she also holds the cards of having the control in the relationship, because she knows she has the power to forgive him and move on, but he doesn't give her the space. But she also needs to understand if he is getting better, he is showing faithfulness and trust, then she has to be able to open up and let him in. But considering the fact that she holds the power, is what she is betting on. All it takes is for me to say, yes, I'll get him back. But she wants him to suffer because of how he made her suffer, how he's embarrassed her. She wants him to hurt. So everybody pretty much goes back to their room. Nobody talks about the rap battle. Nobody talks about how they did. Where did that come from? Why do you feel like this? Nobody was engaging. Nobody was having conversations. And they just kept on talking about, this is mentally exhausting. This is not how we do our day-to-day living. But it's really insulting to the process, because, wow, you guys are there hours on day with mics on. You got the camera crew, you got the chef, you got the actual licensed people to help you. You got Dr. Ish and you got Judge Lynn. They wasting their time just sitting there watching paint dry on the video screens. And it ranges from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock that everybody's laying around taking naps on the computer, outside smoking, just chilling. And the reason why is because they do not want to engage in something that can make them look bad on TV. So they want to avoid, like the red plague, to not engage in something that will make them look bad on TV. But you guys already signed up for a show that will talk about your issues. So 9 times out of 10, without y'all trying to control that you won't be able to look bad on TV, it's going to still make you look bad on TV. And the doctor, no, not the doctor, Judge Lynn says, listen, in the day, I will not spend 10 hours a day watching paint dry because if y'all don't start talking. And they're afraid to be criticized. They have a very fragile ego. We all know the real reason why they came on the show was to go through their issues, but they cannot fix the problem. They're constantly hiding from their issue, which is up in their rooms. They can only show when it's convenient. They can't do that. So the judge and the doctor asked them to go to the back patio. So this is the dinner that they were preparing for. It's a whole entire spread, and we're starting off with Emmett and Boo. Emmett and Boo. So lack of boundaries was one of their key points in the relationships. They're presented with spicy curry. This is a conditioning method that Dr. Ish came up with because while you are saying hurtful things to your partner, you can't really understand how it feels when it hits them. So eating spicy foods can show you what it means to feel the pain of the words that you're speaking. So, back of boundaries. Emmett doesn't know when to draw the line when it comes to his mother and his kids. And she's always viewed last because she's not a priority. And it's been 7 years. So what is it? Do you not consider me as a partner? Is this a 7-year fling to you? I want to know what's going on because for you, are you hiding her? Are you avoiding inviting her into your life? Like, what's going on? So, yeah, words can hurt. I already said that. While she wants to be respectful of the boundaries he puts in place of his parents, she has to do the same thing because she gets jealous when he draws his attention towards other things, like a dog, for one, and she gets petty. So they both had to take a bite of the spicy curry, and it definitely brought them to understand what they do with each other. K. Michelle and Caston, they're presented with habanero peppers because, to K. Michelle, the dream has been destroyed. And that's his fault because she's dated rappers and athletes. And I just came to the conclusion while I was dating these people, who's going to love you for you? And that's been him since high school. And she wishes that he just came in and swept her off her feet like Romeo. But Dr. Ish said, why can't he just be himself? Why he going to be Caston? And he said, because I don't meet your standards. She said, you don't try. He said he does try, but he feels like his effort is meaningless, which I agree. What standards do you have, K. Michelle? Because I feel like you want so much, but you're not willing to give. You want, but you don't want to give to the other person. Because you said in last episode, you said this episode, you never thought what his fairy tale was. You just wanted for what you want to be what he wanted. That's not how things work. While he's not ready to have kids now, that doesn't mean he doesn't want them. You're trying to push him into doing what you want to do, but you're not even understanding why he doesn't want to. Because you feel like, what is there to understand? It's what I want, and what I want, I get. I don't understand that. But there's no I. There's no I in we. We want kids. We want a marriage. You can't, when it's all about you, then you be in a relationship by yourself. You can't always place your needs in front of somebody else and not give them the space and the understanding of why their needs are just as much as yours. Because of the demands, and she's not leaving any space. Because ain't from the time the dream that you want needs to be for both of y'all, not just for you. Because the dream that you have is so like, hey, Michelle, I wish you can stop. Because I just feel like, is it that serious for you? Is it really that serious for you to have kids? Is it really that serious for you to get married? Because I feel like you want somebody that you can beat down, berate, emasculate, because that's what you've been through. But Caston isn't like the men that you dated. He isn't like them. You don't give him that. Are you trying to make him out to be the men you dated? So you can now say, this is what I'm talking about. Like, even a dentist can do me wrong. Like, I don't know what your goal at is with this. Cassie might have his points, his reasonings, maybe the fact that he's not trying to be the man you want him to be, or he's avoiding it, but I don't know, K. Michelle. Your selfish needs to be met. Your selfish ways need to get fixed ASAP, because I don't see how you want to be a parent to two girls. What are you going to stimulate in them? Because it wasn't, I didn't like it. They both had to take a bite of the peppers. It was hot. She never asked him what his fairy tale was, because she feels like you need to do what I want. And she feels like he resents her career that she worked so hard for. And I'm not going to stop my life that I worked so hard to appease you. I don't know what that meant. I don't think he resents your career. I think he probably resents the fact that you bully him into automatically showcasing how much your career is. Because come on, when it came down to him rapping, you not even doubted, you clowned him, which I didn't find funny, that his rap was weak. You ain't a rapper, you a dentist. What you rapping for? What the hell? But you wanted a regular guy. You wanted somebody not in the industry because you figured they'll treat you differently. He's trying to. You won't let him. Do you want to put him in the same position as the men that taught you, that treated you wrong, that didn't claim you, that didn't want to be with you? I just want to know. And the life that you worked so hard for, you sacrificed a lot. You sacrificed being a mother to your child that you left behind to get where you got. But I feel like you're still doing the same thing. Where is your son? Is your son in your life right now? Where is he? I'm not trying to say nothing wrong, but you keep on overlooking the fact that you are already a parent. Where is your son? Do you have a relationship with your son? Maybe your son resents you because you left him when you wanted to pursue your dreams. And now your dreams are here. You want to overlook that and say, that part of my life is my past. I want to start anew and see if I can fix it. You can't fix it with bringing new kids into this world if you're not ready to have them. I don't think you're ready to be a mom, that you already are. I don't think you're ready for this new journey in your life. I don't think you are ready because you haven't fixed this one. I'm sorry. I'm going to move on. So, Rich and Mariah Lynn, public image. They got Thai chili peppers. Rich is the persona of a playboy, a single guy, a bachelor in the limelight. He's never openly claimed a woman publicly, but he always plays it in Mariah Lynn's face. I'm at a point in my life where I want you to claim me as your woman. I don't want to share with you, but he feels like him having a public image, women's going to always be around me. I can't change that. That's bullshit. You can't change that. You can't control how you are in the public eye. While you can take pictures with women, just don't be extra. Make sure you give a warning. Hey, don't be too rowdy. Don't be too crazy. I'm in a relationship. Keep it cute. It is nothing wrong with you doing that, but you want to do it. You want to cause controversy. You want to cause as if you're doing something because you feel like that's the lifestyle. This is what comes with it. He said, I'm always going to be in, all that shit. I can't tell you nothing different. It's a lifestyle. He said he's never cheated on a girl in any of his years in hip hop because he doesn't have relationships. He has relations. He has fuck buddies. He has sex with benefits. He doesn't have a girlfriend because he knows he can't be faithful. He knows he can't be monogamous. He knows he can't. So he keeps them at a level of, as much as attention I give you, just know this is where it's going to stop. I'm going to give you just as much as I want to, but I'm not going to have you be in a position of you want more from me. I give you what you give me, basically. I'm going to give you what you give, and that's it. But Mariah Lynn said, you have shown girls lives in my face. You have been on lives. So I'm not going to put my energy with somebody who is totally different in private, but very cold in public. I'm not going to do that. And I have to constantly turn the other cheek to say it's okay, but it's not okay. He keeps on saying he's going to do better. When will he do better? You're not changing. If you're not going to change, I'm not going to change. Because I was who I was before I was with somebody. I'm going to always be me, whether I'm claimed or not. I'm going to still do me. But Mariah Lynn said, I have admitted on working and changing myself. I have. But I feel like I've already done that so many times. I need for you to do it. Because listen, at the end of the day, I will ride so hard for you, I will ride till the wheels fall off. But if you don't ride for me as much as I ride for you, then I gotta get the fuck out the car and I gotta walk, which is what I hate to do. So it's kind of like, I'm fucking, like, fuck all this shit. Fuck all this ride or die shit. Fuck all this. I'm going when it going gets tough. No. If I'm the main one that's doing the sacrificing, doing the work, being here, and you're not doing that while I'm looking with egg on my face, I'm deuces. I'm out of here. Goodbye. No. So basically, since it's him that he doesn't want to take the first step, he doesn't want to acknowledge anything, he needs to take a fucking bite of them peppers. And all Rich keeps on saying was, I'm always the one in shit. I'm always the one that has to go first. No, I've gone first too many times. You need to take initiative first. Sacrifice for once. Put someone else's needs before yours for once. And she said, listen, it's a two-way street. But no. He said it should be a two-way street, that she should eat a pepper too. No. Everything you've done, I reacted to. I give you what you give me. Moving on. A1 and Lyrica. So, they get a pass on the spicy foods because A1 is allergic. So right now they're giving them balut, which is a Filipino delicacy, a chicken fertilized egg. Ugh. Now, I'm all about eating delicacies, but I'm not eating a actual baby egg. I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that whatsoever. No. So the topic is forgiveness. Now, it's all about being fair. But she says being fair means you be faithful. Can you be faithful? He said, yes, but I want to be reminded of what I've done. While I'm trying to work on what I've done, you always bring up what I've done. And you constantly bring it up to tear me down. And I feel like a failure. You're taking me somewhere that I don't want to go. And Lyrica gets shady. She says, so do you feel better when you fuck other females? Dr. Ish was like, Lyrica, what is that going to do? What's that going to solve? Are you trying to hurt him or are you trying to get an answer? Both. So A1 said, you know what, it's cool. I get it. I know what she's doing. But I want to be absolved. I want to be forgiven. He's admitted all the things he's done wrong in the past, but Lyrica says it's words. It's words. I want action behind it. Now she's saying that she could forgive him. I can forgive him. But the thing about it is forgiving is doing more than just saying it. You have to show it. She doesn't want to show it because she feels like if I forgive him, it gives him a pass for what he did to me. That I am literally overlooking the wrong and the hurt that he's done me. But Dr. Ish breaks it down to her saying, listen, if you keep on saying you forgave him, then everything that you've done, you can't get mad over again because you've already forgiven him, right? And you have not fully dealt with the feelings that you said you are over and done with. They're still there. They're still coming up. So you're not fully over what he's done. If you were fully over it, you would have stopped bringing it up. Now, I know it keeps being repetitive where it doesn't give you the space of, I've forgiven him. It's been some time. I can now move forward, right? But no, she's right back into being hurt without no space and time to feel like I can finally be free of being hurt. But forgiving isn't not just for him, it's for you too. The weight of the resentment, the unresolved feelings, the anger can get lifted off your shoulders. Because if you let go of the pain, it's not going to hurt you from here on out. It's going to roll off your shoulders because you have not fully dealt with it. But basically, both were supposed to eat the egg. A1 took one for the team and ate that chicken egg. Lyrica says, I will not be eating that. It stinks, it smells. K. Michelle said, girl, you've been through worse than what this is going to do. Like, second of all, he's been cheating on you with tons of chicken heads, I'm sure. And second of all, you kept taking him back and fucking him. You have licked on the sausage. You sucked on that sausage. Girl, eat that chicken head. I was like, K. Michelle, you funny, but you're right, though. You did keep taking him back. But she opts out of eating the chicken egg, which wasn't her getting the full experience of what it means to put pain on other people and you feeling the pain yourself. But the doctor said I can't force her into doing it because while she doesn't want to be pushed in her timeline to forgive A1, I can't force her into taking this chicken egg. Until she's ready to do it, I'm going to leave it alone. Judge Lynn told her, reason and fulfilled. She's pissed off because, first of all, while y'all want to be sitting here engaging with the couples in this segment, y'all wasn't engaging with the couples without a challenge. I didn't see the guys having conversations. I didn't see the girls having conversations. I didn't see anybody mingling and connecting with their issue with the other couples. I didn't see it. And right now, this is not good. I got here at 10 o'clock this morning, and all I did was sit in my chair and watch you guys sleep. Now, I want y'all to enjoy all the theatrics that the experience comes, but the more than just what we put on for you, you have to put in the work too as well. Because people respect you. You gotta show them that you're taking this situation seriously. And of course, at the end of the day, call me stupid, but I get paid anyway, and I will have a say if I have to waste my day on this bullshit. So don't waste my time, because it was a waste of time, and all y'all did was sit in y'all rooms, and the only time y'all want to engage with the couples is if there's a challenge involved. Hell no. And I'm about to waste my time, waste camera time, waste public. No. I'm going to need for y'all to step up and connect with the other couples, because this is some bullshit, all right? Right now, ain't nobody else is on my good side. So y'all can have a good night. So this is when K. Michelle wants to take the time to talk to Mariah Lynn, because the things that Mariah Lynn have said has reminded K. Michelle of what she used to do. She used to dumb herself down, only talking about sexual things in a relationship to get attention. And when it came down to intelligent things, actual conversations, she would not think about them. She would avoid talking about it. So she pretty much wants Mariah Lynn to not dumb herself down. And don't constantly remind him that you are a bad bitch. You got some bad cookie. You know, this is a good cookie you're going to ever have. Don't do that. He knows what he got. And unless he want to work for it, you can say, deuces, I'm out. So don't try to beg him to pay attention to you. Don't beg him into giving you, how you should be, viewed as. You already know who you are. He has to be the one to look at it. But I feel like, K. Michelle, while you're giving advice about what you used to do, you're doing the same exact thing. You're begging a man to give you kids, but you don't want to understand why he doesn't want it. You don't want to give him that space because you feel like his reasons are not what my reasons are. He has no say in this. So then we see that there was a situation between Gangsta Boo and K. Michelle. They have known each other for some time. Over 10 years now, right? But they both have had a falling out with one another. They don't want it to be beef, even though the main point of being on this show was fix their relationships, not their friendships, right? But we're here anyway. Let's have a conversation. So the fact they haven't spoken to each other in over a decade, Boo wants to talk about it because she feels like, girl, at the end of the day, the friends that I introduced you to, they came back at me telling me that you were talking shit about me. Now, K. Michelle, when she gets called out on the shit that she's done, she gets loud. I was mad that I didn't want to talk to you. All that and then some. I don't want to have a word and nothing to do with you because I was so mad, right? So they were going back and forth with falling out with the people, but Gangsta Boo just wants this to be cleared. K. Michelle runs off, runs any chance she gets. She doesn't want to talk. Boo is running around calling K. Michelle's name. Kim. And then talking about how she's changed. That I've never changed. I've stayed the same. No, K. Michelle, you have changed, because when it came to the friendships that you've had on your show, the only person that stayed in your life was Jonathan. Are you still cool with Jonathan? I know you're not cool with Paris. I know that much. But K. Michelle, you have changed. And you have treated people differently ever since you got on. So you won't have to miss me with that. But basically, she didn't want to come here and address things with women. She didn't want to. And I'm not about to go over something that happened 12 years ago. Now, I know it's long, but if y'all never had a conversation about what happened, and this might be the only time y'all might see each other, y'all might as well go ahead and hash this out. Ain't nothing new. So she's running to get away from her. She runs into A1 Lyrica's room. They're chilling, having conversations. She's laying on the bed, acting like, making up the fact that she was already in a conversation with them, especially the A1, about how he might have said she doesn't want to have kids. So she makes up a conversation to A1 to make sure that Boo sees them in a serious conversation and could back away. And then Boo talks about how pretty Lyrica was and all this type of stuff. But she just don't want to be in the situation. It's so weird. So she comes with a reason to leave the room, drags A1 out of it to keep up with the conversation that she had with him. Eric's looking like they have a conversation over there. What you doing? So she drags him out to get away from Boo. Drags him out. Now, of course, Lyrica feels some type of way because it's like, you don't have the best track record. Are you even cool with Lyrica? Came and show like that? What you leaving to go to her room for? That's not good. You didn't even think to come at me and see if I was okay with you walking out with her. They didn't do anything, but it was not crazy. It was stupid of K Michelle to bait A1 into that because she didn't want to talk to Boo. But I feel like it wasn't that big of a deal, K Michelle. Just have a conversation. It's not that serious. Then it's just another thing that Lyrica can always bring up what A1 doesn't do. He doesn't have any consideration for her. He doesn't use common sense. He doesn't check in on her. He just does what he wants to do, and he's back in the doghouse. And that was pretty much the end of the conversation. But for me, I just looked at K Michelle like, this is some stupid shit, K Michelle. What was you trying to do? What was the goal? To run around like a goddamn crazy person trying to avoid having a conversation with somebody that you used to be friends with? I get it. It was a long time ago, but have the conversation. It's nothing new. If you said it, say you said it. If you said you talked shit about her because she did this, and admit that shit. That's all she wanted to do, was discuss it. But you making it seem as if she is completely like hovering over you, like you said, like a dungeon dragon, because she wants to have a conversation. Y'all haven't seen each other in over 10 years. So she wants to have this conversation. Y'all might not have this time. I get it. The moral of this is supposed to fix a relationship. But if I have actual history with somebody on this show, I'm going to talk about it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, Michelle, you do a lot to avoid having conversations with people. You do too much in my opinion. But that was the end of the episode, y'all. Next week is going to be even crazier. But I'm going to see you guys later. Please stay tuned for my next video. And I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.